Well, he bataka make. But Jaden Chase, they have to make the fans them know what really are going on.
Yeah, man, now move settings nation. And we not need no ladder. Yeah, man, Jaden Chase, another one that we're gonna bring another exciting reason for the topic of dancehall entertainment and of course current affairs. So if you're new to the channel, just a pass through, but you like the reason and of course you like the point of view, well, I'm suggesting to you that you click the subscribe icon and then kick in the like button. Now let's get right into the reasoning. Now nation, the DPP along with the Jamaican justice system is now facing heavy scrutiny from North American entities, who are clearly pointing out that the Jamaican justice system is a joke, allowing questionable evidence to be used in open court, resulting in the conviction of 4 Jamaican citizens. And of course, a case like this needs heavy publicity. The injustice taking place on the island is horrific. I'm going to hear what international sources had to say, and then we're going to continue reasoning. Look and listen.
Lori, he is known as the king of the dance hall, a music superstar with millions of fans worldwide. But for nearly a decade, Vybz Kartel has been behind bars on a murder conviction, a crime he insists he did not commit. Now, in an exclusive interview, his attorney Isop Buchanan tells me there's new evidence of foul play and fake phone messages that could throw out his conviction and set Kartel free. So
yes, nation, now let's continue the reasoning. And you notice, you're not going to see local tabloids run the story the way the international tabloids run the story. Because the media is influenced by the same state. Local tabloids go out of their way to demonize Vybz Kartel. And when them talk about the case, them no mention the high level of corruption that took place. Them no point out the fact that the evidence used to convict Vybz Kartel should have never been used in open court, because that was not evidence and should not be classified as such. The fact that members of the JCF had the phone in their possession and the phone was being used, then the text they could have found from them. The fact that the expert said any message being retrieved would have be retrieved piece and they'd have to stitch it back together. Then if them did have to make the evidence, then how can it be evidence? I'm gonna also state this once more again. Majority, if not all, of the Jamaica newspaper outlets and news houses were given information by the state, false information, to demonize Vybz Kartel in the news. But the more them fight, the stronger the general get. But overall, the actions of the Office of Public Prosecution, along with the judges who presided over these court matters, have painted the country in a negative light. Recently, Joe Biden pointed out the different things that contribute or lead to a state's failure. Our justice system is critical to keeping the society intact, and moving forward the society can mash up, but I can't rules and regulation for one set but a different rule and regulation for a next set. That can't work. That's what you call apartheid, and that they've not gone as South Africa no more. So it go on. So courthouse injustice has taken place across the world, but the Jamaican courthouse injustice is now on international display. What is that much worse is that the head of public prosecution, remember this case, has been dubbed as corrupt, but the prosecutor, who was the lead prosecutor on the case, was given an extension. What is that saying about the state? When the citizens can say all of the high profile cases in which state entities are, members of the system have found themselves before the court, and the DPP was given everything needed to secure the conviction, lawful evidence that they never have to fabricate or make up, the state is saying they have always seen these individuals walk free and they wanted a change in public prosecution. There are also numerous calls for changes in the entire justice system, but that's a reason for another time. But to see that in the face of calls from members of society itself for a change, but an extension was granted after the most recent high-profile case of that public prosecutor's career was dubbed as a case of corruption with questionable evidence being used in open court and numerous other offences being pointed out by the defense team. Isaac Buchanan pointed out, Bert Samuels pointed out, Bianca Samuels pointed out. Yo, the judge agreed. You either think them don't need no more to realize that boy, this case needs to be thrown out. But because of external sources, the same injustice that the people of the inner city have always spoke of is now on international display. Because Lisa Evers for blatantly stating it as it is. She never tried to cover it up. She never tried to pretty it up. She never tried to do it in a way. You know what I mean? Them would have feel alright. She stated as presented to her. I respect that. Also, to the fact that she has also paid significant attention to what is taking place. Always reaching out to Isaac Buchanan. And Fox 5 are one of the biggest media houses over there. Fox are one of the biggest conglomerates in North American television right now. Thousands of stories are take place. Thousands. I'm not exaggerate. And North America that. All kind of things that take place. All of the things they may could think of are take place. She still made the time to bring that on national television in North America. But now even the government cover up. The revolution must be televised. And clearly with the support of Lisa Evers and the Fox 5 crew, Vybz Kartel's freedom, along with co-accused, will also be televised. Some people always ask, yeah, push Vybz Kartel's freedom so much. But no, Lisa Evers bossed him. At first, you probably ask her the same thing. Until she outlined to them, one, what took place with the case itself, and who this individual is, and what he means to Jamaican music and Jamaican culture. And just looking at those aspects alone, you're not supposed to ask nobody what call for Vybz Kartel's freedom. Why them a do that? And now, the corruption what the government got try to sweep under the carpet and hide it. They move the carpet on them. And the corruption that took place in this case and numerous other cases, and maybe if we even look, maybe if we give the justice system a stronger look, with a shock to see what take place. Because some more civilians, they won't pay attention to the justice system when high profile cases are before the court. And that is how our laws and our constitutional rights and things of that nature are now discussed, and people start to know them. Them stop bringing on the program and tell them about know your rights. Them stop doing it. Maybe L.A. Lewis was right. Maybe them don't want you to know your rights. But Vybz Kartel's case is definitely one of the cases that showcase the high level of courthouse corruption, and the fact that just because the state wants to delay your case, them can just do that. Them can just put off a case just because them feel like some could see if we can just make him run out of money. These practices should be outlawed, and that's why we have so much backlog at the court. But I still want to call Jaden Chase the dancehall correspondent, the Gaza representative. I still remind you, if you're new to the channel, new to the movement, just a pass through, but you like the reason, and of course you like the point of view, well, I'm suggesting to you that you click the subscribe icon and then the bell icon and put it on all. And this is how you know we'll be notified of all fresh content as soon as new content is uploaded and made available for you right here on the platform. The like icon is also in close proximity to the share icon. Drop a like and bust a share. Tell a friend, tell them sister and them brother them for check out the channel, check out the reason, join the discussion. Comment section open 24/7, never lack yet. Just be respectful and mindful of the guidelines. But other than that, drop your thoughts, your comments, and yes, your opinions there, and we can continue the reasoning via the comment section. Freedom is a must, nation. The corruption can no longer be denied or be denied. What has taken place is now out there for the world to see. Of course, these are situations that have been documented and will be presented to the Privy Council as well. And to the reason again, my sentiments for you and yours that want to live, love, and prosper. You know the settings go.